everybody. Welcome to the Fandom Flux podcast. I'm Casey.
Take two.
Hi. Fuck it. I don't care. This is not the show where we have to be professional, so I don't care. Yeah, I'm Casey. Hi. With me we have Weasel.
You.
Spoken.
Hey.
And Kenchua.
Hi, I'm Kenshi618, posted up in my living room with a glass of chocolate milk and meatballs.
Really? Me too.
That's actually a terrible combination.
Don't you tell me what's good and what's not.
That's delicious. Wait, Swedish meatballs?
No, just regular straight up meatballs. But they do have sauce and whatnot. Marinara sauce.
What kind of sauce? That's the important bit.
I need to get the can to check. Or not the can, but the jar.
Sweet barbecue sauce is my preferred one.
That's holiday meatball sauce. I only eat that sauce on holiday meatballs.
Chipotle is best sauce. It just is.
Casey, you stay out of this. You said what I was eating was not delicious. Screw you. You don't
Casey,
know.
you're British. You are not involved in
meat.
meatball talk.
How is that a good thing?
It's not like I'm eating the chocolate with the meat. I'm just using to wash down the meat.
Okay.
Casey, please accept that as Americans, we do not have a refined palate.
This is a refined palate. I don't know what you're talking about. This is high level cuisine right here.
Okay, no, Kenshi, don't try and excuse it. I'm man enough to acknowledge that the kind of stuff that I like is troll-tier bullshit.
Listen, I'm not sitting here eating spotted dick, whatever the fuck people eat over in England, so...
I don't even know what spotted dick is, so...
Google it, because I don't either. It just sounded very British, so...
Yeah, I think it's a British dessert, I think.
It's some manner of... I want to say it's some manner of British meat dish, actually, but I might be getting that wrong.
Hang on, I'm Googling it.
Or blood pudding, or whatever it is you guys have over there.
Made with suet and dried fruit and often served with custard.
That actually doesn't look that bad.
Yeah, it's
Only the name was less utterly unfortunate.
You said a very unfortunate name, yes.
That's what I got.
Yeah, it's pastry with dried fruit. It's practically a fruit cake, really.
Fruitcake? Ugh.
Yeah, I'm not a fan either.
I've never had fruitcake.
It's not good.
I've had two kinds of fruitcake. The store-bought stuff, which is shit, and really, really nice handmade fruitcake. Which was actually quite good.
There was an entire volume of a children's book series where the main character was trying to get rid of her fruitcake she chose because she thought, fruitcake, that sounds good.
And then
Sounds
she got
familiar.
it, and she was sad.
Yes. She just spent like the entire book trying to get rid of the fruitcake.
Yeah, basically teaching kids the lesson that all of your hopes and dreams are just not worth it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, to be fair, kids get taught in school fairly early that honesty is a punishable offense.
It always was with my parents. Something I learned with my parents, never be honest with them. I learned that the hard way.
Yeah.
So I figured, honesty, that's a good thing. No, not with your parents.
I learned to speak in half-truths. I tell the truth, but I don't tell everything.
See, I was one of those stupid kids who was honest with their parents.
Could be worse. You could have been honest with your parents about something that was really, really horrible, and then they fucked your life up for 6 months.
What?
The point at which I learned not to be honest with my parents was the point at which I made the mistake of telling them something, and they ended up getting really, really horribly offended. And fucked my life up, basically.
What, did you tell them you were liberal?
What? No, they've known I was liberal for years. I voted for Obama twice.
So what, you told them...
No, I told them I was into BDSM.
Oh. How did this fuck your life up for 6 months?
They told my now ex's mom, who is, to put it charitably, somewhat heavily religious.
Okay, then.
Yeah, that's not okay. Like, just generally,
Yeah.
that's kind of not okay for them to tell anyone that, because you can assume that you told them that in confidence.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
And then my now ex's mom told her ex-husband, my now ex's dad, who threatened to have me arrested if I got anywhere near his daughter.
That's why I don't tell anyone anything.
So, what have we been doing for the past week, 2 weeks, however long people haven't been on the show for?
Being horribly sick.
Yeah.
I had an allergy problem a few days ago. I took some Claritin to deal with the allergy problem. It worked well. Then I found out that, you know how they say that some antihistamines can have insomnia as a side effect?
Oh.
I got no sleep that night. The most that I got was a sort of bizarre half doze where I had extended lucid dreams, which were really disturbing and freaky. As a result of how crappily I slept 2 nights ago, I spent the last 3 days with a massive throbbing neck ache.
Oh.
Ain't that a pain in the neck?
Screw you, dude. Screw you.
Yeah. I mean,
Later.
I get allergies, but I don't take anything for them because I'd rather just not deal with the side effects and deal with just the regular effects. I mean, I stay inside all the time anyway, so it's not like lesser of two evils kind of situation. I just don't want to deal with it.
Meh.
So, dudes, I'm not going to be on next week because I got two matches next weekend.
Ooh,
Yeah.
good luck with that.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time.
Because I'm curious about this, what weight category are you in?
There is no weight category.
Yeah,
Pro
it's-
wrestling,
it's
there's
pro wrestling. It's the
Oh, you're
quote,
in.
fake one, yeah.
Oh, you're.
He's a fake wrestler, yes.
I was sorry. I thought you were talking about the actual wrestling, like the sport, not the kayfabe.
God, no one
too
cares
old.
about that.
I'm too old for it. Too old. Well, not really. I'm not too old for it, but there's nowhere I can really do it around here. So,
Also, no one
Yeah.
cares about it.
How funny
Well,
that professional
that
wrestling
too.
is fake, but amateur wrestling is real.
Not that funny.
yeah, but they don't get paid. They do not get paid.
No.
Yep. In fact, most student athletes don't get paid.
All student athletes don't get paid.
No, there are a few that do get paid, just not for the actual athleting. There's a couple of schools that I know of that get around the clause do not financially benefit.
See, I don't see... Professional sports is just a really shitty choice anyway for a career.
Yeah.
I mean,
If you are in the 0.00001% that can actually turn it into a career, then it's fine. Otherwise, you're going to have a bad time.
Okay. What was I gonna say? Okay, but consider like football. Playing professional football only qualifies for you for 3 things later in life: analyzing football, coaching football, or successfully murdering your ex-wife and her boyfriend.
Or you train in ancillary position like physio or something like that.
Yeah. With the money that you make actually, being a football player, you can go back to school easily and finish whatever degree you're working on.
Yeah,
so when you're done with that...
I actually knew someone in university who was doing exactly that. He was a hockey player, a pro hockey player for the NHL.
Oh, cool.
And he was like 35, and he was at basically the end of his career, so he just went back to school to get a degree in business.
Nice. Good for him.
Yeah. Cool dude. Our accents got compared all of the time. It was really annoying.
Well, what part of England are you from anyway?
Stoke-on-Trent, the Midlands.
Oh.
The ghetto.
The ghetto of England.
You say that like there's no bad parts of England.
There are
Well,
plenty of bad parts of England.
West Country.
No, the West Country is rural. That's kind of like I don't know what specifically to compare it to. Probably Iowa or like Minnesota and stuff like that, where everyone's really kind of actually genuinely pretty nice places because people are friendly and stuff and welcoming, and everyone has a really down-home, simple life. I live in...
I'll be honest, my entire exposure to actual people from the West Country is a guy who sent me a link to the Muslimic ray guns interview, genuinely expecting me to side with the guy who inspired the meme.
Oh god, I didn't say like intelligent or anything like that.
Islamic ray gun? What?
There was an EDL rally a while back, and the BBC did an interview with this one absolutely hick guy, and he said he had the most god-awful accent, and he said Muslimic rape gangs, but because of his accent it came out sounding like ray guns.
I should be laughing.
That being said, he wasn't entirely wrong. That was a thing that happened in this country. In a place called Rotherham, there was basically an underground crime ring that would commit the most heinous sex crimes imaginable, and the police wouldn't touch them for fear of being labeled with racism and racial profiling.
If we could just, as a species, find a nice happy medium between that level of liberal bullshit and the United States level of conservative bullshit in law enforcement, that would be amazing. Just find a nice happy medium between it, where hopefully neither side thinks of them as bullshit as opposed to both sides thinking of them as bullshit.
Yeah. But yeah, I live in Stoke-on-Trent, which is probably not quite anymore, but probably the English equivalent of Detroit.
Oh, God, no.
There are a lot of parallels.
In the ghetto, where our mama
One day in the ghetto.
cries. Because if there's one thing that she don't need is... In the ghetto!
Detroit is one giant ghetto.
Yeah, I mean, I only make the comparison because the whole thing about Detroit was, hey, we got this big booming industry, it's great, and everyone comes here so they can make cars, and Detroit factories for making cars, yay, cars, we're the automobile city, yay. And then everyone pulled out of the city, and no one makes cars there anymore.
No one makes anything anymore.
Yeah, and we're basically that for pottery.
Oh,
Like,
fun.
every, world recognizable pottery company basically had a factory here, like Wedgwood and Royal Dalton and all that stuff. And then all of them shut down. So it's just a city with basically no real industry at the moment.
That sounds amazing. And a fairly close parallel to what happened to my hometown for furniture.
Also, I'm eating grapes. They're pretty good.
Yay, healthy grapes.
Yay.
Oh, like sugar. In One Piece, sugar is always eating grapes.
I'm not
Sugar
always
is a
eating
character.
grapes. They're,
Sugar is a character.
You
I
know.
get it. I get it.
Okay.
You not only do most of us know that already, but you said that about
6 times.
5 times in the last minute.
Fuck you! It's early and I'm tired.
That's not how that should work.
Yum, yum.
Oh yeah, it's not technically early.
Dudes, I need to beat this fucking game.
What
really
game,
do.
Kenchua?
It's dominating my life. Persona 5. It needs to end.
It ends in
You need to finish
December
this game.
on the calendar, so I don't know how close you are.
I don't either. I really hope it's soon.
Well, if you're in December, you're on.
I can't do
second to
anything
last-
else.
You're on the second to last dungeon if you're in December.
That's good.
So prior to the release of the game, I was totally on Team Anne. But after watching some of the scenes from the game, I think I'm on Team Futaba now.
Wouldn't that be Futaba?
Yeah, it's Futaba.
Fuck off.
All right, whatever you say, Cyberweasel.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a fan of Anne. I'm not. But I'm still kind of split between Makoto and Futaba.
There's no split. It's Makoto.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Futaba kind of falls into the. She seems really young.
Why Futaba?
Like, she is actually younger than you in the game, which contributes, but also the fact that socially she is very, very, very stunted.
She's a hikikomori.
And that makes it kind of squicky to me.
Really?
No.
You have interesting priorities, Casey.
Is it worse than banging your teacher or your doctor or that reporter lady?
In fact,
Those are also
teacher
options.
is pretty much my age range, so my actual age range. So also
And
same
to
for
be
doctor.
fair, Weasel, I have the same standards. I base whether I'm willing to be romantically involved with someone based much more on mental than physical age. If you're socially stunted to an extreme degree, that's... yeah.
Then why are you with me?
Because you're not socially stunted to that extreme a degree.
I'm still fairly socially stunted.
Well, yes, but our individual lunacies complement each other.
Oh,
Point.
that's almost sweet. Like, it
Husbando!
was probably a little too fancily put, like, or clinically put rather, but it was almost sweet.
That's just how I talk. So, thanks for that.
It was romantic to me.
So,
Take my husband, oh.
Weasel, what have you been doing?
Yo. Well, I was just, while waiting for the podcast to start, I was in Skyrim handling a fucking Dwemer ruin. I hate those things.
Really? Never would have guessed.
Yes, I've been bitching about Dwemer ruins the entire past 2 hours or so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some positives and negatives there. The first time you're in one, they're kind of visually interesting. And then they're never interesting again. Ever.
Well, the issue with them, too, is on Weasel's last computer, and I'm pretty sure on this one, too, all of the visual effects in the Dwemer dungeons fuck with his frame rate.
Yeah, I get some serious lag in Dwemer ruins. But also, they just tend to be too big.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
I'm sensing a pattern today.
Oh. I mean, yeah, they are the lengthiest dungeons in the game, probably. There's also the one that connects to two other ones with a giant cave underneath, which is the worst thing ever.
Blackreach?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I
Tater
don't know about that one.
Tater just spent the last hour telling me all about Blackreach.
It's not good.
I've yet to reach there.
It's not good because it is the size of probably one of the holds, and there is no map for it.
Yeah. Like, I actually told Weasel it's about the size of, Whiterun. Not the city, the hold.
Yeah.
Oh, really? I thought you said it was the size of the Winterhold hold.
It's the size of one of the holds. They're all fairly similar size.
Tater, you distinctly said Winterhold hold.
I think he's just trying to make a joke out of the Winterhold hold and repeating the word hold, and it's not really landing.
No, he didn't actually repeat it, but fuck it, not important.
You know what?
I was just bitching about fucking Dwemer ruins and doing the College of Winterhold quests. What else? Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. Been playing that. I just for the first time, in maybe years, booted up Fallout New Vegas.
Yay!
Yeah. Cool.
Yep. It's like riding a bicycle. I've forgotten a lot, but I'm stroking that muscle memory.
Gross.
Stroking that muscle memory.
Really?
That's what you
You're
said.
the one who
Really?
said
You said it.
Really? Screw you all.
I have to wonder whether he's more offended at the fact that we made a dirty joke out of it, or the fact that he didn't see it coming.
That's what she said.
I think you just got your answer. No.
Yeah. Yeah, the fact that he didn't see it coming.
That's what she said.
Anyway.
All right, dudes. Now that we have new people, it's time to ask the all-important question that's been asked to everyone that's on this show.
God damn it.
But you guys need to be asked. You don't even know what the question is.
I have a sneaking suspicion, and I don't know whether I'm hoping I'm wrong or not. But
I know what the question is. What shoe size is your asshole?
No, that's not the question at all. Casey, what's the question if you know?
if you could have any superpower, what would it be?
Yes!
God damn it. I both hate and love that we're so on the same wavelength right now.
Okay, well, Weasel.
You can only have one power.
Honestly,
What is it?
third-person vision.
Third-person vision.
Yep.
Huh.
Could you define that a little more? Because, like, what are we talking? Are we talking over-the-shoulder camera? Are we talking, like, fixed camera points? Or can you move the camera around?
I guess a good comparison would be a third-person video game where I can, like, move my sight around, look at myself from any angle, look at other people from any angle.
It's a telepresence, basically.
Essentially. If there's any power I could have in real life, that would be it.
Okay.
I know, I'm not normal.
What would you do with it?
Well, you'd be surprised how often in real life I wish I could do it. Situations pop up a lot.
Especially if you could manage to glitch your camera through doors so you could see who's knocking before it happens.
That's what peepholes are for.
Peepholes on the bedroom door? Really?
I've been worried about using peepholes ever since I saw some film or something where someone got stabbed through one.
Technically not possible.
Probably not, but it's still freaking me out to the point where I don't like using them.
Technically not possible, and certainly not feasible. Like
Okay.
that shit is tiny. Like
That's what she said.
like you would need to be using like a meat skewer or something.
That's what he said.
I think that's what it was, actually. It was just like a stabby thing.
Okay, that's one answer down. We
It
got
was
one
like a
answer.
spy film or something. There was an assassin or something. I don't know.
Superpowers.
Yeah, I forget the details. Spoken.
Tato, what would you want your real life superpower to be?
Transmissible immortality.
So, like, you could give it to somebody else if you didn't want it.
No, so that I can spread it around.
Huh.
That seems dangerous.
Like herpes.
Sexually transmitted immortality, like vampirism.
Yeah.
You want to be a vampire.
No, I'm just a transhumanist.
You want to be a blood-drinking, goddamn, sparkling vampire. I see where you're coming
I'm
from.
just a fucking transhumanist who thinks that one of the greatest travesties in this world is that we don't have any major progress going on towards getting rid of the problem of death.
Computers.
Okay, so what's the major progress going on towards brain uploads then?
You know what? All
The
I'm
fact that
hearing is
computers are improving to the
vampire cyborg.
I'd be down. I'd be down.
For being a cyborg? Fuck that.
Dude, my eyes are shitty, and by the time I'm 50, I'm going to be basically blind. I would like robot eyes, please. Scientists.
Cyborgs
If you work on that, that'd be great.
They actually do have, they're black and white, but they've got an implant that they can give to you now that lets you do that.
Cool. Gimme.
It's like 10 grand and it gives you 420p resolution, if I recall correctly.
That's probably better than what I got now, so sure.
But guys, cyborgs can't bang.
Yes, they can.
They
I'm
can't.
only getting robot eyes.
Androids can't bang.
Okay, that's an important distinction.
Cyborgs can bang as long as they have a penis.
And a vagina. Or an asshole.
But
Or
I don't want to be.
Also,
I don't
in
want
fairness,
to be
you could
taken
just
over
have
by
a robotic
Skynet,
penis.
guys.
It wouldn't, like, procreation would no longer be on the table, but you could still bang pretty well.
Hydraulic.
She bangs. She bangs. Oh, baby.
But guys, I don't want to be taken over by Skynet. Because I've seen how that story ends, and let me tell you something: it doesn't end well for 90% of you. So,
But here's
Kenshi,
the
what would
thing.
your power be?
I love how you say 90% of you, as if you wouldn't be involved.
I mean, I would be involved, but I'd be fine.
But here's the thing. In that circumstance, wouldn't I be on the side of the machines and thus win?
But who
No,
cares
because
about
then
that?
you'd have the whole time travel thing, and then you would retroactively have never won.
Yeah,
No, they retconned that twice.
I would John Connor your ball sack off.
What?
I'd travel back in time to save Sarah Connor and bang her to create John Connor. And it would be great because he'd be an even better version of John Connor because he'd have my genes instead of bitch-ass Kyle Reese.
So he'd be half black?
Yes, which makes him automatically more awesome.
God.
How the fuck did we get onto this topic?
Because I can turn anything into a random rant, and this is one of those moments.
In fairness, vanilla John Connor did kind of suck. So
I don't think we need to ask Kenshi what his superpower would be. He's already got one.
Oh no, that's
this
not.
has been
that's not
on,
one of ours.
on this has been on tap since like episode 12.
Yeah, my power would be the power to grow hair on any surface.
Why?
So you basically be Bobobo?
Pretty much. I could choose everything about the hair, like the texture and the color and how much of it there is.
That's his fetish.
No, it's not my fetish. It's gross. But think of all the things you could do. I could like give my car a mullet or my house a mullet.
What? You have really jacked priorities, man.
I have wanted to make a T-shirt for so long of the mullet house. That's
You'd sell it. It'd sell a bundle. Make some money.
Your priorities, Kenji.
What? You said you want third-person cameras. Fuck, it makes that any better than mine. At least I can actually fight with mine.
I can see enemies coming.
I'm helping to carry the human race onto a domination of the universe.
as vampires.
No, screw you. Not vampires.
Sexually transmitted immortality.
Fine. Werewolves, then. I don't care which side of the damn...
I actually knew someone on Gaia Online whose username was sexually transmitted evil.
STE.
And Casey, what would your power be? K-swap.
That doesn't work. Also, don't steal my
It does for me!
Sorry, I missed that.
K-swap, I called him.
What would your power be?
I forget what I said. I think I said, being... Oh, what was it?
Being able to see.
Fuck you.
I'm so sorry.
Weasel, imagine if when asked that question, someone suggested to you being able to think.
Fuck you.
Casey, it doesn't have to be the same power that you picked last time. You could have changed your tastes.
I'm sorry, Casey, that was below the belt.
Actually, it was slightly above the nose.
Oh my god, Tater, that was terrible.
I think my answer hasn't changed. I think I'd still stick with being unnoticeable was the thing I'd chosen last time.
Zero presence.
I would go insane with that power.
So many jokes I want to make right now.
It's obviously a thing I'd be able to turn on and off, but yeah, I am a person that gets a lot of attention in very negative ways that I don't want. So I'd like to get rid of that if that was on the table. Basically.
Is it because of the albinism?
No.
Well, that was uncalled for.
Much like your joke was, yes.
Fuck you. I wasn't joking. I was seriously asking if you got negative attention because of the albinism.
No, I was talking about the eyes thing.
Oh.
Anyway.
All right, now it's time for the
does
other...
that satisfy your curiosity, Kenshi? Now we
Yes,
have everyone's superpowers.
Yes, but now it's time for the other most important question of all time. What's the best Pokemon ever?
Far-fetched.
Good answer. The Welsh one.
The Welsh one?
It carries a leak, and it's a duck. It's like...
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't get how that's Welsh, but okay.
I'd say Gengar.
Gengar.
That's a common one.
Haunt is better.
I'm the only far-fetched fan in the world, though.
It's not true, but it's sad.
No, sorry. Not Gengar. Sorry. How did this one slip my mind? Licky Licky.
Deep pull.
Gee, I wonder why.
Huh?
Gee, I wonder why you'd pick Licky Licky.
Well, because he's got a really good Wi-Fi signal.
What?
Look at his stomach.
I get it.
I see. Screw you, dude.
That's a good joke. We need to screw him.
Get draw. Favorite Pokemon.
It's Growlithe. Growlithe is awesome.
Dog person, eh?
You mean coughing?
No. Growlithe, not coughing. I don't care. No, what happened was during the Let's Play, we had a Growlithe. He got killed. So we caught coughing.
To be clear, we got a Growlithe, but he got killed immediately.
So later on down the line, we caught a coughing. And normally how we name Pokemon was there was a random number generator and the name of our subscribers were what we used. But there was also, like, if a certain number came up, it was someone in the party's choice. And it ended up being Casey's choice. And so to be a dick, he named the coughing Growlithe.
No, that's not right. It was Growlithe with a question mark at the end.
Casey, you dick!
You evil fuck.
And in the very last episode, the Growlithe coughing did the best thing in the world.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with it.
What did the Growlithe coughing do?
For the entire run of the game that we've been doing, Zero had been pestering everyone. Let's go back to the farm and catch a Riolu. Let's catch a Riolu. We got a gym catch. Let's go catch a Riolu. Let's go get the Riolu. Can we go get the Riolu? Let's go get a Riolu. So
To specify, after every gym battle, we get a handful of catches, like 3 catches, I think it was.
I think it was 2. No, it was.
So
You get 1 bonus catch for beating a gym. So, and you could catch anywhere. It was basically a Nuzlocke run. So you only get so many catches in each area. But because we were playing a harder version, we were playing a harder version, so we needed to up the amount of Pokemon you could catch. So, if you beat a gym, you get a free catch that you can use anywhere. But you have to call it, and it has to be the first Pokemon that you come across. So there was this farm, which is the only place you can catch a Riolu. The only place in the game.
Fucking Flossie Ranch.
We caught every Pokemon there except Riolu because Zero kept demanding that we go back. So,
Zero,
at the end of the game, basically, we'd done the Elite Four. We'd done the Elite Four twice, actually, and done all that stuff. We basically wiped multiple times against Black Tower, which was bullshit. I think we've mentioned it before. Level 102 Giratina and stuff like that. Yeah.
What mod was this?
Blaze Black
2. Yeah, Blaze Black 2. It's really good. It's really good. So, just to be clear. Yeah, so we were basically like, okay, we're never going to beat this with the Pokemon that we have left. So that's pretty much the end of the game. You know, ritualistically released every single Pokemon we had. But then I realized, oh wait, we can't release everything that we have because we need to have one still in the party. So naturally I left Growlithe in the party.
because he was my favorite.
Yeah.
The coffee named Growlithe?
Yes.
Growlithe?
Okay.
Dick.
Growlithe.
And then we said, okay, just let's, for the last thing we can do in this game, find Zero, we'll catch a goddamn Riolu. So, because we had no flying Pokemon left, because I'd released them already, we biked from Black City all the way back to Flossie Ranch, which is right at the beginning of the game. It was really cool. We did like a tour, and there was like On the Road to Viridian City playing in the background because I had a soundtrack going. We had a lot of fun with this Let's Play, just to be clear. We finally get all the way back. Takes about 20 tries, but we finally find the Riolu, and I immediately have Growlithe use self-destruct. Awesome.
Oh my! And that's how the series ended.
Yep.
with Zero's wailing no into the abyss as the show ends.
Casey, you're evil! Evil albino!
He did exactly what I told him to do. He was going to do it anyway, but exactly what I wanted. Again, we were on the same wavelength.
Yeah.
He is the evil albino TV trope.
I'm sinister. I like to think.
If you were fucking there through all those episodes and all those hours of recording that show, and every time we got a catch, we had to go fucking try and catch a Riolu.
Every time catching something different and something equally stupid. Every single time. We caught Psyducks, for God's sake. Fucking Riolu. Hate that thing now. I hate that thing out of spite just because of Zero.
It's not even its fault. Like, it didn't do anything. I mean, sure, it didn't show up all the times we went back to that ranch. Speaking of which, we went back there like 16 times plus.
Yeah.
You realize that, right? Goddamn Riolu. Yeah.
Yeah. That was a fun
That was a
time.
trip. That was a trip down memory lane.
Yeah. Remember when we turned the main character into a porn star?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. So in order to have fun with the game, we had to make up our own little narratives. And one of the narratives we came up with is because there's a movie studio.
Let's preface this because there's an earlier point where this starts. So, there was like an entire sequence of episodes that we lost, basically because we recorded them and they came out and everything, but I forgot to save the game, so all the progress we'd made we hadn't actually made. So I had to do all of that again, and because I didn't want to cheat, I didn't want to just try and force the catches that we caught to be, the same ones, because that'd be cheating. So I randomly caught other Pokemon, gave them the same names, and basically retconned it as, the main character went on a bit of a drug bender and ended up in a back alley. That's how we started the game. She just happened to be in a back alley. And, turned out she didn't actually catch the Pokemon she thought she did. They were just entirely different ones.
And that was where it started, and it only got worse from there, because at that point we discovered there was a movie studio.
Yep.
But instead of regular movies, we turned it into porn.
Slicer
and the dialogue
kept
in these
saying
movies didn't help.
every sentence, every line any character made, Slicer would just say, in porn. Every single line. And it stuck.
Fun.
Yeah, so by the end of that game, Bifresh, which was the main character's name, became the most celebrated porn star in existence. And she started a business, which was like that alley thing that they have in Black 2.
Yeah.
which she
Wasn't it
named
called, like-
Sexuality
Oh.
because of
Good
course
God,
she
she is 11 years old.
did. 12 probably. I didn't do this, to be clear, just to remind people.
Yeah, he didn't. He kind of tried to stop us, but he couldn't stop us.
No.
It was like it was mostly me and Slicer.
Yeah.
And Zero just cringing in the background.
He just wanted his Riolu.
Yeah. I think the alley thing was my surrender. Like, all right, fine. That's what this is now. Okay.
This sounds glorious.
Yep, it was a tale of victory, triumph, defeat, with lots of sexy times in there, and some social missteps, and Charles the Heartbreaker.
Oh, God, Charles. I love Charles. He is not as famous a character as he should be.
What?
So, I think it's just before you get into Driftvale City, which is, I think, the 5th one. There's a guy on a motorbike that's just sort of blocking the road with a crowd of fans around him. And... God. Everyone in the crowd basically talks him up and says how he's such a heartbreaker. And then you talk to him, and he's like... Oh, God, what was his
Massive
name?
dirt.
I think it's, I'm a heartbreaker. My name, Charles. Then he'd challenge you to a battle, and then you'd say yes. And then he'd say, I'm a heartbreaker. My name, Charles. And then the battle would start.
What?
And then you would win. And then he would say, I'm a heartbreaker. My name, Charles. He says that line for everything. Literally everything. And I don't know why. I still don't know why. But I love him. Because he's a heartbreaker.
And his name
name is Charles.
Charles.
What the fuck?
I love that game. I love it so much.
That sounds amazing.
It's so great, and we tried to duplicate it by playing together, but no game's ever been that perfect a group game to play together.
Yeah, the amount of arguments we had over like the minutiae of battles and how they work and what the best strategies were, they got heated a few times.
Just showed how much we cared.
Yeah, there was stakes in that game. And I don't mean Miltank. I mean actual.
Like I started off like, oh, this is just something to do. I started off treating it like a joke, but I got invested, man.
Yeah.
Steak, Liara. I just think about when there's so much steak. I fucking love steak, Liara.
I know.
Gamer poop, Mass Effect.
Okay.
Painfully weird.
I never got into and never understood the poop things. Like the YouTube poop and all that shit. But
YouTube poop. Where there's smoke, we pinch one off.
I don't get what that's supposed to be. I never did.
Neither do I.
It's not something you're meant to get. It's something you feel.
Okay.
Okay.
No.
It makes me
That
feel
was-
annoyed. So thanks.
Be right back. I gotta grab a drink.
All right. Okay. So as we're getting to know our new podcast mates, Casey, do you have any other random ass questions like I had to ask them? Pick their brain about. Because this is funny.
Kind of putting me on the spot there. I kind of got nothing.
Okay, well, I guess I'll come up with something else.
Oh God.
I don't have anything. I just said I'll come up with something else. Calm down.
Man, it's like being put on the spot. Like right there is kind of, puts you on the spot. I don't have words today. Words escape me today.
All right. So, dudes, what video game changed your life forever? And it could be more than one. It could change to multiple phases of your life.
I would say
Because I can answer that in stages. Multiple games have changed my life. I'm going to go ahead
it's
and beat.
the earliest game that changed my life, Dragon Quest VIII.
And how old were you with that?
11.
All right. Because the earliest game for me that changed my life was like fucking Street Fighter 2, and I was like 5. It was amazing. I'd never played video games in my house before. And it engendered in me a love of fighting games.
And fighting.
Yes, and fighting.
Eventually matured into a love of fighting. But eventually matured into a love of pretending to fight while people watch.
Yes. Indeed. Because I don't know if you know this, but really fighting doesn't really pay that much. Neither does fake fighting either, but still.
To be clear, he did that too. The actual fighting.
Yeah.
So, what did I just walk in on?
What game changed your life? And it could be at any point of your life, and it could be multiple games.
My answer was Dragon Quest VIII, which I wanted. My first assessment was around 11, but thinking back, it was probably earlier than that. When I first picked it up, I got a sample of it in I think it was a Nintendo Power magazine that I picked up on a whim because I liked the way the cover looked. And
Life goals.
Well, to be fair, I was a kid, and I was a bit of a derp.
Okay.
I loaded it up. I started playing. I poked around. I failed miserably. And when I finally got the full version of the game a few months later, because I got the demo right around like July-ish, and this being before the financial crash, I managed to get a PS2 for Christmas. Because this was when people could afford to give things other than $20 gift cards for Christmas.
Yeah.
So I started playing the full game. It took me an embarrassingly long time to figure out that the fast travel spell page had more than one page of destinations. So I ended up traveling to a city on the first peninsula and walking to places for most of the game.
Oh, God.
It wasn't until I accidentally pressed the left arrow key.
Tater, you poor little Seminole.
I know. But that's the game that got me into RPGs. I was never really much interested in role-playing before that.
Well, the game that changed my life would have to be Pokemon Snap for the N64.
Ah, Pokemon Snap.
It showed me that games could be more than just NES-era arcade games.
Ah, man.
Though what really got me into RPGs was Paper Mario.
I don't want to go off track real quick, but you talked about Nintendo Power. Just reminded me of Jam Pack from PlayStation. God, I love those things.
You cut out for a couple of seconds there, Ken Schwa.
Oh yeah,
I don't know.
the Nintendo Power thing reminded me of the Jam Pack for PlayStation.
The jam-packed what?
The Jam Pack stuff, you know, like the demo discs.
Kinda. I mean, we probably had different magazines and stuff here, so that would have those demo discs. So
that's a shame.
I mean, I did
Stop
play some
being
of those.
so British!
I did play some of those. I think there was one that had a game called Overboard on it that I really wanted, but, you know, no money, so didn't happen.
Get money. Money on my
We
motherfucking
get
mind. I'm sorry.
So yeah, Casey, we've seen everyone else's. What game changed your life?
Baldur's Gate 2.
Baldur's Gate 2?
Mm-hmm. Basically the same
Explain.
reason as spoken. It was the first, I'll say, real RPG that I played, and it was the first game with real, worthwhile writing that I played that wasn't Deus Ex, which, in fairness, at like 10 years old, was going a little bit over my head.
A little over your head?
Yeah, transhumanist philosophies and every conspiracy theory under the sun was a little outside of my wheelhouse at 10 years old when I was watching Sonic cartoons. So,
Just a little. Just a tiny bit.
yeah. So, Baldur's Gate 2 was a lot... Well, I played the first one, but never finished it because it was hard. And awkward and
That's what she
clunky.
said.
But the second one streamlined a lot of stuff, and I got to enjoy the story and the characters, and everything was well written, which was a thing that did not really exist in video games before that. There were like pockets of it, like Legacy of Kain series were decently written, if excessively flowery prose, fairly consistently. But yeah, I got really invested in the writing and the story and everything, and it probably actually inspired me to try writing myself, if very belatedly. So,
Nice.
and you might now understand why I'm a little bit bitter about the whole BioWare stuff.
Because Baldur's Gate.
Yes, I've seen them at their pinnacle, and they have fallen a long way.
That's a little bit of an understatement. Just a tiny bit.
Casey, all dynasties fall.
Yeah, doesn't mean you have to like seeing it.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, like, look at Ubisoft. They've gone from
Fucking Ubisoft.
they've gone from purveyors of interesting video games that people clamor to buy into, oh fucking hell, it's another Ubisoft sandbox.
Yep. Be
Why
prepared
does
to climb
everyone
some
hate
towers.
Ubisoft?
Because
Prepare to
all of
climb
their
some towers so you can unlock the maps that you can do like 4 activities over and 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 over.
Okay,
and over and over and
because
over and over
all
again.
of their games are essentially the same game.
Pretty much.
They are the Ubisoft game, which Casey just helpfully described for.
Towers everywhere.
Climb towers to unlock the map, to put markers on the map, to go to the markers on the map, to do the activities and get the collectibles.
Yeah, even Steep is like that, like the snowboarding game. But I expected that
It's really
going
loud on the
in.
mic, by the way.
Sorry.
Yeah, even Steep is like that, but it's a snowboarding game. So what the fuck do you expect? But so I don't care about that. But like for like Far Cry and Assassin's Creed and other Ubisoft titles, it's kind of annoying.
Hey, Kenchua.
Yo,
Did I ever tell you the definition of insanity?
I've heard it.
Yes.
Oh god, the irony. Oh man, the company that wrote that line are doing the same thing over and over and over again.
Yep. But see, the thing is, though, that's not insanity, because they're not expecting a different result. They're expecting
the exact
to keep
same
selling...
result, and ironically, that's not what they should expect.
Well, I mean, they expected to keep selling gangbusters, and because of the legion of mindless lemmings that is the American gaming audience, that's pretty much what they're going to be getting.
Kind of. I mean,
EA Sports publishes almost literally the same video game every year.
Just a different number.
Here's the thing. For Honor was something entirely different. It didn't work amazingly, but it is still one of the top-selling games of the year so far.
For Honor?
For Honor.
For Honor.
Oh, For Honor.
Yeah.
Okay, to be fair, that was you being genuinely hard to understand. That wasn't us mocking the accent.
Yeah. And Wildlands is actually a departure from the norm for Ghost Recon. So
okay, no, I was talking about... Okay, I wasn't talking about that. I was talking about the sports games. Not the shitty modern military FPS.
Well, not to be a Nintendo fanboy, but Breath of the Wild is a huge departure from the usual Zelda games.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure why you were bringing up the sports game since we were talking about Ubisoft. So,
because I was bringing up the sports games published by EA as an example of how Ubisoft's model of release the same fucking thing in every game will still probably sell gangbusters.
That's sports, though, and that doesn't really count. You can't really reinvent football for a video game.
No, but you could at least make the interface less.
Anyway, so, like I was saying, Wildlands is different for Ghost Recon, so it still flies. But Assassin's Creed and Far Cry and all the other series that do exactly the same thing as those games do are seeing diminishing returns. So yeah, it is gradually starting to harm them, both their reputation and their sales.
Just all I could hope for. I mean, I need games to not just be money grabs anymore. Please. I need innovation.
Well, our AAA games industry, good fucking luck.
I mean, Persona 5.
I mean,
Persona 5 is getting rave reviews. Was the best JRPG since Dragon Quest 8.
Nier Automata, that's good too.
I heard about that. Someone told me about that before, but
see, I
haven't got it yet.
Can't play that game because of the fucking mole.
Yeah, you're weird about that.
I have a phobia. Fuck you.
Of moles?
Of anime
moles. Drawn, CG, animated, makeup. I'm fine with real ones.
And it's apparently an actual serious thing, because I posted up the image of that one lunch lady from Dexter's Lab as a joke, and he flipped right the fuck out.
Okay. So I guess we're ending the episode here, because I don't fucking know where we're going to go from here. Alright, so thanks for listening to the podcast. If you want to get in contact with us, comments, on Patreon if you feel like it, and stuff. Yeah, thanks for listening. Podcast. What number was this? We didn't actually do the number thing. I didn't do the regular intro and outro because I fucked it up.
Because you completely flubbed the intro and we all laughed at you.
Yeah. I think it's 172. I think it's 172.
Yeah, it's 172.
Yeah. So bye now.
Bye.
Yeah.